accused serial killers Chandrakant Talwar and Siren Rodriguez. They were charged for murdering 4 girls, women in 2009 in different jurisdiction of police stations. But later, all those matters were transferred to crime branch, and then PI of crime branch, Sunita Sawant, who is now SP South Goa, had investigated those cases. Sunita Sawant herself is with us to tell that what is the order of the court and what happened in that case. Madam, today what is the order of the court?
The Honorable Children's Court for the state of Goa has pronounced the judgment, held accused Siren Rodriguez and Chandrakant Talwar guilty of the offence of murder of young girl named Evita Rodriguez. She was then in 2009 16 years old. She is a resident of Padribat, Karanjalim. After the long trial in this case, the court has today sentenced both these accused to life imprisonment under section 120B, read with 34 of IPC. Life imprisonment, rigorous imprisonment it is for life. Then under 302 of IPC, that's murder, again rigorous imprisonment for life. Under section 394, read with 34 IPC, which is a robbery, sentenced to rigorous imprisonment for 10 years. Against section 8 of Goa Children Act, rigorous imprisonment for 3 years and 1 lakh rupees fine each. The court has also ordered, in case the fine is realized by the court, both the fines will go to the the family members of the victim. The accused were arrested by me on 17th of October 2009 after the murder of this young girl, and her dead body was found on the hillock at Verna on 11/10/2009. That's 11th of October 2009. And the court has sentenced them. In earlier 2 cases also, that's the girl from Bicholim by name Sharmila Mandrekar. She was murdered, and the lady by name Cosessa D'Souza, she was 61 years old from Verna, she was also murdered. And we had also found a dead body of a female who was later identified as Malti Yadav from Jhansi. See, in all these cases of Sharmila Mandrekar and Malti Yadav, again these accused persons have been sentenced for rigorous imprisonment for life. That's for the remainder of their life. So both of them, they are already taken for central jail, Kulwali.
Ma'am, this case was committed in 2009. Both were residents of Taligaon in Panjim area, but those crimes were committed from Bicholim area, as much I remember, and both had escaped from Goa. How did you track those cases? How they were arrested? Can you please recall those things?
Yes, the accused had hired a vehicle, tinted glasses vehicle from Bicholi, and these girls, the first girl by name Sharmila, she was picked up from Bicholim, Dabdaba, as she was going for work in the afternoon time at 2:30, asking her to show her the place of one person, and then she was taken in the vehicle and she was strangulated to death in the vehicle, and her dead body was thrown at Mudir Kharewade Bastora, and the dead body was found on 13/10 by Mapsa police. In this case of Miss Evita, she was picked up from Panjim, saying that she will be shown because she was known to one of the accused, Siren Rodriguez, through his girlfriend, and she had taken admission for open school, and she was supposed to answer the 10th standard exam. So she was lured, saying that she is being taken for showing the exam center in Vasco, Kendriya Vidyalaya, where her center was there. And accordingly, she was taken. She had gone with them to see the center, and after the food in a restaurant, she was strangulated to death, and her ornaments on the body were taken and valuables. So is the case on the same day after this girl's dead body was thrown at the hillock, they picked up another lady by name Conceição de Souza. She's 61 years old from Umbaro, Verna. She was a fisherfolk lady selling fish, fisherwoman. She was selling fish in Verna market. She was also asked to show a place where they would find broilers. And so she sat in the vehicle and she too was murdered, and all her gold ornaments were stolen, and her dead body was disposed of in the evening at Zorigade, Wallebat, Mercies near Apnagar. Then on the very next day, on 12th, again this unknown lady whose dead body was found again at Mudir, Kurzume, Aldona, she too was killed by strangulation and thrown from, she was first picked up from Verna where she was waiting for the bus, and she wanted to come to Porvorim, and she was said that they are going to Porvorim. She was waiting at the bus stop and she was picked up, and on the way she was also killed, and her valuables also were robbed by this person. The common factor was in this was strangulation. Then the females were thrown and they were disfigured by pouring kerosene on their faces, on their body, and they were lit to fire, so that identity became difficult to establish. Once the identity was established and we could get certain clues by our surveillance and electronic methods, these accused had already ran away to Mumbai, and we could trace the team. And during that time, my teammates consisted of police inspector, who is now DYSP, Shedgaonkar, Rupendra Shedgaonkar. Also, I had in my team Vast, Mr. Vast, and he is now DYSP, Praveen Kumar Vast, and he is with the headquarters. And they assisted me in the investigation, so we had formed the teams. Plus, the present DYSP of ACB, Mr. Nigale, he was then the police inspector with the crime branch. He too was present with me in the investigation of this series of 4 murder cases. And we tracked these accused persons in Mumbai and we arrested them. And since the time of their arrest in 2009, I have been following up these cases. 2 cases of, one is that Sharmila and another case of Malti Yadav of Jhansi. They have been already convicted by the Court of Additional Sessions in Mapsa for rigorous imprisonment for life in each case. Whereas now this is the 3rd case which I was all the time following up right from 2009, which has ended up in convictions and sentenced to rigorous imprisonment for the remainder of their life.
Ma'am, there were also 2 accused. One was Siren's girlfriend and one was Talwar's wife. What happened to them?
The Talwar's wife has been acquitted from this because she was, as per the investigation, she was all the time with a minor child in the room. That time only she had given birth and the child was very young, just 1.5 months old, and she was all the time in the room. Whereas the offense was being conducted by both these accused persons with a minor who was also a minor girlfriend of accused Siren. That's what I said. This Evita girl, she was a friend of the girlfriend of Siren. So by luring into that friendship, the trust, this girl was asked to come, saying that they are showing her the exam center in Vasco, and that's how she was picked up and taken. This girl, we had filed a charge sheet with JJB, that's Juvenile Justice Board, and Juvenile Justice Board also held her responsible and gave her punishment of community job.
Ma'am, one more case is perhaps against Talwar with Mumbai police. What is the status of that case, and a little background?
Yes, before committing this murders of 4 ladies in Goa, they had committed the murder of the lady by name Preeti in Mumbai, somewhere on 2nd of October, and they had again same way strangulated to death thrown her body by the side of Nala. And the dead body was found by Nala Supara police station then, saying it's unknown. And only after when we arrested these persons, we thoroughly interrogated these accused persons, and we backtracked their movements. We could trace this murder of a lady, because we found certain things when we at the instance of the accused, certain things were recovered, certain articles were recovered, and based on those articles which were belonging to this lady called Priti, they disclosed this offense too. Accordingly, we had then contacted the Nala Supara police station, and the body got identified. Her belonging got identified through us. We submitted a report, and based on our reports, the investigations were taken by Nala Supara police station, and the case has been charge sheeted. And that case still, because the accused were over a year, and trial was going on, a long trial. So now I think they will be taken up for trial in Mumbai, Nala Supara police station.
So finally, your hard work has paid off, and both the accused in this final case, which is the fourth case, have been sentenced to life imprisonment.
Yes. In fact, we asked for a death penalty at the time of arguments because of the gruesome murder of all these ladies. However, the court was pleased to give them rigorous imprisonment for life, remainder of the